Hello, this is Angus Lochran and welcome to another week of Soccer Millionaire. Well, there were some dramatic Premiership matches last weekend. I was at Old Trafford to see Manchester United and Chelsea, and if that game had ended 5-5, you couldn't really have complained. And what about Blackburn and Arsenal on Saturday? That certainly was a thriller as well. So there have been goals aplenty. Even Sunderland and Swansea were amongst the goals, and last week we saw all three promoted clubs win. Well, 7 matches feature on this weekend's Soccer Millionaire coupon, and we'll start at the Emirates. Arsenal take on Bolton. Now, normally you'd expect this to be a home banker. Bolton have lost 4 in a row after their tremendous win against Queen's Park Rangers on the opening day of the season, but Arsenal have been leaking goals. They may have beaten Swansea by a goal to nil, but nothing less than a victory, and an impressive one, against Bolton Wanderers this week will do the Gunners. So Arsenal against Bolton will attract a lot of attention. Chelsea will be home bankers against Swansea, whose only goals have come in last week's victory. And Liverpool against Wolves is another interesting fixture. Wolves were so disappointing against QPR last week, and Liverpool have lost back-to-back fixtures in the league against Tottenham and Stoke City. Wigan against Tottenham is an opportunity for Harry Redknapp's men to win 3 in a row in the league after their win at Wolves and of course their demolition of the 9 men at Liverpool last week. And for many, Tottenham will be a banker. Perhaps the most intriguing fixture is Stoke against Manchester United. Remember, Stoke had beaten Liverpool. They made a tremendous start to the season, but then they lost 4-0 at the Stadium of Light last weekend. That was a shocker, but the excuse, and I'm sure, even though Tony Pulis said it had nothing to do with it, a big factor of that was the tiredness of that long trip back from Kiev, which meant they didn't arrive till 4 o'clock on Friday morning. No matter what Pulis said, I think it had a big influence on the result on Sunday. Stoke will be fired up for this after their League Cup match against Tottenham, and I think they've got a good chance, but I expect Manchester United to come home with 3 more points. Queen's Park Rangers take on Aston Villa on Super Sunday, and this is one where I fancy Neil Warnock's side. They lost the home game against Bolton and they drew the home game against Newcastle. Can they get their first home Premiership win? I think they can against Aston Villa. They've had 2 wins on the road against Everton and last week against Wolves, but I think it's a Super Sunday for the Hoops and end Aston Villa's unbeaten run. And what about Norwich against Sunderland? Sunderland will take great heart from that away win, great heart from that 4 goals they've got against Stoke. Norwich will take great heart from their away win against Bolton. Tricky match. I wouldn't be at all surprised if this one ends all square. So, plenty to look forward to on another pulsating weekend in the Barclays Premier League. To enhance your enjoyment, try all the action available on Soccer Millionaire.